Hey guys, it's Styx. Welcome back to my channel. This is a commission I did for a friend. It's a portrait commission of her wearing a shirt showing off her favorite hockey team, the Golden Knights in Vegas, where she lives. I was excited to work on a human piece. I haven't done one in a while, and I find them very fun and very different from what I usually do, especially since I got to paint it. And that's another thing that I don't get to do very often. I'm still pretty much a beginner when it comes to painting. I've only done a few different paintings in the past, and I'm still very much learning. So for this painting, I used a tutorial by KiwiByrd, and I will link to their video in the description in case you want to check it out, because their techniques are awesome and their final product is always just so admirable. I love all of their work. It's beautiful. So as you might have seen, I started out by actually tracing one of the reference pictures that my friend gave me, just so that I could get a feel for her anatomy and where things were placed in the shape of her features. I don't often draw real people for commissions, and I'm not the best at getting them to look like the person and resemble the person. So I feel like this really helped me to shape her face in a different expression while still keeping it looking like her, which is a challenge for me. But using this method, I really feel like it came out with at least the essence of her. Anyway, once I was done tracing her reference picture, then I was free to kind of experiment with different expressions and a bit more of a stylized look. I like to draw characters with larger eyes and more cartoony looks, because that's my preferred style. Okay, now that the sketch is done, it was time to move on to the flat coloring and then the actual painting, and this is where the tutorial comes in from KiwiByrd that I mentioned before. The one I referenced was specifically a skin painting tutorial. They have several tutorials on their channel. They're all very good. This one's one of the older ones that they've done, and still extremely useful to me. So I highly recommend them. Basically, the method involved in this tutorial is building up layers of shading and layers of lighting, and then merging them all and blending them. I made a few technical mistakes during this process that I learned from, so hopefully next time I'll be able to do it better. But overall, the process went very smoothly, and I was pleased with the result, and I enjoyed the process. Incidentally, I hope you guys can't hear my cat purring. It's late at night as I'm recording this, and she's sleeping on my desk with her head on my hand, and just in general being very cute and very helpful. Speaking of it being late, I'm thinking that this video might go up a bit later than I usually post my videos on Sunday, and I was watching another YouTuber recently who was talking about how they were very nervous to let any of their videos be even 5 minutes late, and I was wondering if that's a thing. I know I watch a lot of YouTube videos, but I'm not sitting there expecting all of the people I subscribe to upload at an exact minute of an exact day. And I'm just wondering if there are people out there who do that, and if that is a genuine thing. The reason I'm thinking this might go up late is just because it takes me like an hour to record a voiceover for a 10-minute speed paint. And I think it's just because I'm not very practiced at it, and also I don't really know what to talk about. It takes me 2 minutes to talk about the art piece, and then after that I'm just like, what should I do now? At the same time though, I think the voiceovers are really valuable. I know that personally when I'm watching speed paints or art videos, I very much enjoy them more when the artist is talking during the speed paint. I think it provides a level of connection that music alone does not, and it's also some entertainment. If I don't want to have my eyes glued to the screen, I can just listen and hear their thought process when they were working on the piece or whatever topic they decide to talk about. So my goal is to continue working on it and hopefully get better at it and be more talkative, find more topics to touch on that might be interesting to my viewers. I've learned a lot about myself already. I noticed that I tend to end a lot of my sentences on a question, like an up note. So that's something I'm working on also. So there's a little bit of variety maybe in the way my voice sounds at the end of sentences. Weird things you never think about until you do a YouTube video voiceover. I had intended to work more on this voiceover earlier in the week, but it turned out to be a very busy week and I didn't really get the chance until the night before it was due to be posted. So that's why it's late and I'm tired and I apologize. But my daughters both had orchestra concerts this week, as it's the end of the year, so it was their final orchestra concerts for school. And then when there wasn't orchestra, there was martial arts. The kids and I all take martial arts, so that takes up a good bit of our time during the week. And especially this week, because next week is our very first testing. So my daughters and I are testing for our orange belts, and we're trying to finish learning our form. We're testing a bit early because my daughters are going to be leaving for the summer, so they're letting us test a little bit early so that we can all kind of stay together on our learning journey. Added to those things, my middle daughter got her braces on Friday, and then my eldest daughter got her driver's license on Friday officially. So a lot has been going on this week. So back to the painting, we're on my favorite part now, which is the hair. I really enjoy drawing and painting hair. It's just so therapeutic and soothing for some reason. I remember when I first started drawing digitally about 5 years ago, I hated drawing hair and I hated drawing hands because those were the two things I found the hardest, and now I really enjoy both of them. I guess when you work with something enough to try and improve at it, it becomes fun. Maybe? It's been almost a week now since I finished this commission, and looking back on it, there are a couple things that I think I could improve on. I probably could do a little bit better at refining the eyebrows. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and my commissioner said she was happy with how it turned out, so I call that a success. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for next week's video yet. It's going to be another fairly busy week with my daughter being promoted from 8th grade into high school, so she's going to have her promotion ceremony. And then there's the testing for martial arts happening, and lots of other things having to do with the last week of school. So I'm guessing next week's video will be of the shorter variety, like last week's video. If I can, it seems like a good rhythm to set up a longer video one week, shorter video the next week, kind of back and forth format, so that it gives me a little bit more time to work on the longer ones before it's time for them to be uploaded. I have so many ideas in mind of things that I want to draw and share with you guys, so I'm hoping that I can work on those during those longer periods so that I can get them uploaded for you. Some of these ideas include things like fan art for different series that I like, or books, things like that. And then drawing some of my favorite art YouTubers. I think that would be really fun also. Eventually, I'd love to do some tutorials. I'm gonna wait until I have a bit more people watching so that they can give me input on the things that they'd like to see me do a tutorial on. That way I can make sure it's content that's tailored to the people who are watching it and hopefully will help them the most. Wow, okay, I've talked about a lot in this video. It's kind of all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch and maybe like and subscribe and all those things. Anyway, I will see you guys next Sunday. Bye.